Welcome to LSB Feaster's Radio Aircheck and Classic TV channel.
Did you call up?
647-1041, the telephone number to dial. Hello, Tom. Go ahead.
Hey, Jim, this is Tom.
Yes, sir.
Hey, I have a question for you. I love your recipe with the macaroni and cheese.
Yeah.
We're about 9 to 10 months prior to that, and I want to see if you have a recipe for producing a boy versus a girl or vice versa.
It all really has to do with the final passion thrust.
Okay.
If you want a boy, you need to wear cowboy boots.
Okay.
Right?
What color?
It's really up to you.
Not important what color.
Okay.
If you want a girl, regular boat shoes would work very well. And maybe some hush puppies if you got them sitting around.
Well, let me ask you, I was told it had to do with the point at which the female climax versus the male. And I don't know if you've heard anything about that, but it came from a nurse. I wanted to see if I could verify it with the experts over there.
Well, let me check with our expert. Brian? This thing, Brian. Gender selection, how do you make sure it's a boy or a girl?
Well, doggy style will make it a boy.
Oh, my God. Do something about him.
And it's either, if you're missionary or girl on top, will produce a girl.
style.
There you go, Tom. An answer to every question.
I don't know.
All right, good luck.
It has something to do with eating yogurt with the pH. There's something, if you eat yogurt.
Doggy style.
Oh, Carmela, for goodness sake.
Absolutely.
If your wife eats yogurt, that changes her pH.
No.
Yes, honest to God, this is the way I was told.
Yogurt.
Yes, yogurt, it makes you alkaline or acidic, or it makes you something, and then you get whatever you want. Oh.
Yogurt.
No, you don't put it in there. You eat it.
Oh, jeez.
Oh, my
turkey
God.
basters. Mark, you're on Real Radio.
Hey, guys.
Oh, my word.
Move and...
What? Can't hear you, sir.
Hey, Bonehead, check with him, all right? He sounds like a good call.
Oh,
647-1041, the telephone number to dial. Hang on, because in a couple of minutes we're going to replay Brian the Retard intern's audition tape.
he wants it bad, too.
Yeah, if you want to laugh.
Our friend and colleague Till's heading for L.A. There's an opening in middays now. Everybody and his brother, probably Taco Bill, Bob, and whatever his name is. Dickhead Dick Francis. What is his name?
Dick Francis.
Pat.
Oh, Pat
Lynch.
Dickhead Francis. They're probably
Not
auditioning.
Francis. It's not Francis anything.
Yeah, what I call him. They can live with
It's your little nickname.
Yeah.
I see.
So everybody's trying out for that.
Yep, even Brian the Retard.
Wait till you hear this tape.
Brian
the Lion.
You'll drive off the
Yeah,
road.
make sure you pull over first before you listen.
Yeah,
Wait to hear him roar. Hello, Jack. Go ahead. You're on Real Radio.
Jim, how you doing? Love the show. Congratulations on the rating.
Thanks.
Yes.
I was actually, this is the last day I had to avoid middays, and I was listening to 101 today
Oh.
and heard these knuckleheads. They were dissing you because
Why would I do now?
they were proclaiming how cool they were because they hung out with the listeners, and they said some people, and mentioned Jim at 104, doesn't like to hang out with the listeners.
No, I don't.
Then Taco Bob said...
At least I'm honest. Pun? He said I'm a what? A prick?
Called you a dick.
And I never even met this guy.
I know. I was shocked.
Never laid eyes on him.
I didn't even know who he was or who he is. Never laid. I don't even know who he is. I've never met him. Pardon me?
How far down they are in the ratings?
They're 14th, sir. They are 14th in the ratings.
And who did you shoot at? The top dog.
Yeah, well,
Of
that's a
course.
mistake on their part.
Absolutely.
Yeah, absolutely. 427 on Real Radio. What's wrong? I don't even know who these guys are.
No.
Thanks a lot, Otto. What'd you do? Make friends with them?
Yeah,
What do you do? Go out with them on the weekends? They go down to Cairo? You're sucking up beers?
No, not at all.
Let me tell you about Jim. He's a real
Otto's sucking up.
That's a
because they
question
have
I
free
get
stuff.
all the time, though.
What?
People always come up to me going, "Is Jim really an asshole in person?"
Oh.
He's a pussycat. That's what I always say.
And how do you
I
respond?
say, "No, he's a dick."
No. He's not. He's a pussycat.
Thanks a lot.
No, I just say, yeah. I say you're a real wimp of wuss. Puss. You just, come off sounding arrogant on
Tough
the air.
guy.
Why am I arrogant?
You're a wimp.
I don't want anything to do with these people who we work with. Why would you want to spend any time with them, especially when you see what they look like? You would want
You're
to spend
so
any.
superficial.
You would want to spend time with someone who looks like that? No. Mm-mm.
You're judging people on the way they look?
Yeah, and the job they've done on the air. You want to hang around with somebody who's ranked 14th in the market? Are you kidding me? What are you, crazy? That stuff rubs off.
I don't hang out with him.
Well, don't.
I needed a favor one time.
Well, don't.
And he helped me out.
Well, don't. None of
the glass panes, and if he did, he just sits there.
Wait
And I saw him sitting there, and he said, "Oh, he doesn't want to come in, so I'll take care of some other chores around the house, and I'll come back downstairs and let him in." I come back downstairs. He is in the house, looking to the back room. And I thought, geez, God, I must have, I thought I latched the back door. I go to the back door. It's latched. Front door is locked.
So you didn't leave it open in the breeze, and he just marched in.
No, I don't leave the doors open.
But you've done your
Huh?
You've done your fair share of hallucinogenics in the past, correct?
I did
Yeah.
my fair. That was many years ago.
Maybe the flashback. Maybe you didn't actually let the cat out, or maybe you didn't actually see the cat come back in. Maybe it was just like
Maybe you used like
hallucination.
a black sweater out the back door.
Right.
Or a black shirt.
You don't know.
So I saw a sweater walking across the floor, is what you're saying. 4:39 on.
Threw it onto a raccoon.
Why wouldn't it be a ghost?
Exactly.
You
Okay.
saw a raccoon walking.
Yeah.
I know what a raccoon looks
Animals
like.
doesn't like ghosts either.
What?
Animals doesn't like ghosts. Animals,
Animals
they
don't
don't like ghosts.
Well, the animal will like it if the ghost opens the door so they can come back inside.
He's a nice ghost. Not a bad ghost, a nice spirit.
But what the ghost would like? I mean, why? What a ghost would do that?
Well, why not?
Well, why do it?
Not all ghosts are, scary and go boo and rattle chains and thump on the wall.
No, but I don't know. It's more interesting and stuff to open a door for a cat.
What? Moving on. Hello, Shayna. Go ahead. You're on Real Radio.
Hey, these people that want to change these names,
Yeah.
I don't know, I'm kind of thinking there's more important issues than education. I mean, if they could take the effort that they're putting towards this type of campaign and put that towards getting more technology in our school, making sure that our children know how to read.
Well, how do you know they're not doing? Well, how do you know they're not doing that?
Well, because every time you turn around, somebody is saying something bad about education, how we don't have enough money to fund this school,
Right.
we don't have enough computers, we don't have enough this, we don't have enough that. I mean, it's all over the place.
Yeah, but how about the attitude by some African Americans who might say, look, to us, George Washington has about as much meaning as David Duke. We don't care about George Washington. It doesn't mean anything to us.
No, I think it's ridiculous. I mean, these people, they were named after these schools because they were prominent figures in our society, and at that time, being a slave owner wasn't something that was wrong.
But now it is.
But now it is.
But now it is.
And if we now consider it bad, why can't we simply come along and change the name?
I don't
Well,
know.
we don't want to change the name because it's been that way for 50 years.
Is it okay to have Adolf Hitler Elementary?
Where's that?
Over in Germany. Well, he was president for a time, so I guess we'll honor him because he was president. Now we realize that we should, why should we honor people that we realize were bums?
I think
You're not listening. Why do we honor people that we now realize were bums?
Well, because I think they were known for more important and more significant contributions.
So Hitler, because he changed the economy or something, so we'll remember...
No, Hitler's a totally different case.
No, it's insulting.
It's the
It's
issue.
the same way it's insulting.
He's prominently known as a negative figure in our society. George Washington is not prominently known for somebody being negative.
Well, that's because
If you're black, he is.
Yeah, because he was written by, his history was written by whites.
Well, and like Morris said, and somebody else said, are we going to take him off the dollar bill too? I don't know. I think it's just...
Well, I don't know. Let's not. We don't need to go that far. The issue is whether the names of certain individuals should remain on schools, especially if those schools are predominantly black, and whether the parents of those black children have the right to stand up and say, look, this the 81% or 85% or 72% of the school is black, and why should African Americans want their kids to pay any kind of respect or pay homage to somebody who was a slave owner? I think that's an honest observation. I think it's an honest point they have.
I think there's more...
You can't see it. You're just closing your mind. You're not even listening.
So you would be opposed to changing the name of maybe to name it after some black individual who made a major contribution to this society.
That I would want to change the name, or that I wouldn't want to
Well,
change?
would you be opposed to it? Let's say a particular school, an elementary school, is 75% African black. And the parents saying, I'm saying, look, we would rather not have this school named anymore after an individual who's a slave owner. We would like to name this school after a black American who made a major contribution to the betterment of society.
Well,
Would you be opposed to that?
No.
Well, good. 443 on Real Radio.
We all agree
Good,
now.
there you go.
Aren't we happy?
Mm-hmm. And who is Lucretia Mott?
We don't know. Or Emma Haven Young.
Is it Mott, M-O-T-T, or M-O-T?
T.T.
Oh, she invented applesauce.
Yeah, she did. She's the heiress to the Mott fortune.
And Emma who?
Emma Haven Young.
Emma Haven Young.
Is Emma Haven all one name, or is it Emma Haven?
Yeah, that's a
Three
good
names.
question. I don't know.
Somebody.
I bet you it's Emma Haven Young.
3 names.
Yeah, I never heard of an Emma Haven. School of North, so it might have been, they had kind of weird names around the turn of the century.
Emma Haven.
Emma Haven. That don't sound a little Haven,
That's correct.
as opposed to Emma Haven.
Right.
It's 3. It must be right.
Emma Haven Young is very white. Emma Haven.
Well, he said it, Emma Haven. So I think Emma Haven.
It's 444 on Real Radio. I don't know where I am.
You're late.
Get that out of there. Let me tell you about MindSpring. As soon as I turn to the right page. MindSpring, looking for fast, easy internet service for Mac or Windows? You call MindSpring, a national internet service provider offering quick service with no delays. Now, during the rest of this month, MindSpring will waive your startup fee. You save $25. You get your first free. Can't set up. Call MindSpring at 1-888-M-SPRING. Mention Real Radio or Emma Haven Young, and you get the waived startup deal. Forget America Online and all the others. MindSpring rated the best buy over all the others by PC World. Internet plans start as low as $6.95 a month. Unlimited access from $19.95 per month. That's 1-888-M-SPRING for more details. MindSpring, the winner of NetGuide's People's Choice Award as best internet service provider. Call 1-888-M-SPRING to order internet service by MindSpring. Remember, during November, MindSpring will waive your startup fee. You save $25. You get your first 30 days free. Call 1-888-MSPRING.
You know what? I'm getting a little weird this whole snack time thing. What, do you think Phillips fasts all day waiting for you at snack time? Hell no! He's filling his gut by the snack machine with pretzels and caps. He brings in salad, and then he's got some kind of Malamar fried product. It's disgusting! This whole snack time thing is a shit. It's a parody of itself. It's a lame attempt to get free food for the rest of the freaks in the station. That was a good idea once, but so was Tank there. The cat's out of the bag, and I feel better. All right, Phillips, let's eat.
Snack time on the Phillips phone. Let's take a little break and have a snack or two. Sobix Subs, Orlando's favorite hometown sub shop since 1969, is handling snack time for us. This, as a matter of fact, thanks to Bosie Tracy of Sobix of Edgewater on Edgewater Drive in Orlando for coming by this afternoon. We've got, among other things from Sobix, we've got some meatball subs, some with cheese, some without cheese. And you need to check out the new chicken sub at Sobix. Sobix has 4 new succulent chicken subs made from tender breasted chicken and 4 big new tastes. Sobix Subs, Orlando's hometown sub shop since 1969. Take a little break. Stuff your fat face. The Sobix Sub. It's snack time in the Phillips bar. Talk is cheap. Blah, 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 blah. And we're in your budget. Hey! Real Radio 104.1. Howard Stern. Soft, easy favorite. Tempts of horny chicks. Yeah, I'll get that.
Oh, Howard.
Underwear.
Calvin's fine.
I'm in my underwear, Robin.
Can you take your underwear out?
I'm going to do the pee-pee dance. I'll let you squeeze my butt. Let me spank you.
Okay. Howard, spanking me. Please, Daddy's just gonna die, girl. Oh! Yes, Howard, go.
Howard Stern. Day mornings on Real Radio 104.1. What's stopping you from driving a brand new car or truck? The payments are too high. I owe too much on my trade. I've been turned down for free. Shop
At Don Healy Seminole Ford, we can't say no. Just sign and drive any new Ford and pay only $99 a month for a full year. You heard right. Sign and drive and pay only $99 a month. Not for 1 month, not 2 or 3 months. $99 a month for a whole year. You want more?
I want 4.9% financing for 60 months.
I need $2,000 cash back.
Give me a new Ford for $3,000 under invoice.
You got it. We'll even give you discounts up to $10,000. We're clearing out all 97 Fords today at Don Healy Seminole Ford, located on 1792 at Lake Mary Boulevard. Example Escort, $90 a month for 12 months at 9.95 APR, then $24.61 per $1,000, then $10,000 for 48 months. Explore, $5,000 down, $386 a month.
WFTV's Watch and Win sweepstakes makes it easier than ever to win $5,000 cash. Just ask Robert from DeLand. He saw his number during Eyewitness News and won $5,000. For your chance to win, just watch Channel 9 Eyewitness News tonight at 5, 5:36, and 11 p.m. When you see your lucky number, you have 9 minutes to call and say, I saw my number on Channel 9 Eyewitness News. Then you'll win $5,000 too. WFTV's Watch and Win sweepstakes tonight at 5, 5:36, and 11 p.m. It's the only game in town. Tonight at 11 p.m. on Channel 9 Eyewitness News. It's a violent and brutal crime that can be hard to prove. But knowing where to go and what to do if you're a victim of rape, finding the difference between a conviction and setting the rapist free.
The exam is a very important part of the plastic surgery.
In an Eyewitness special report, Channel 9's Jennifer Hodges will give you the crucial steps to take if you're a super life. Tonight at 11 p.m. on Channel 9 Eyewitness News. Coverage you can count on from Central Florida's news leader.
I got your snack time right here.
Well, do put your hand over your mouth, please. It's bloody revolting.
Call Jim Phillips now. 916-1041. Toll free 888-978-1041. Real Radio 104.1.
Hi, my name's Russ Mars. I'm a service technician for Bell South. Yeah, I get to drive the truck. But I'm not here to ride in a cherry picker or install some additional lines. I'm here to fix misunderstandings as to whether you're getting the best deal in local toll service. Now, say you live in Orlando and have a friend up in Sanford. Please treat these calls like long-distance call. Most charge 10 cents a minute. Talk for 5 minutes, costs you 50 cents. It adds up pretty quick. With Bell, the same call costs you just 25 cents, a quarter, and you can talk as long as you want, anytime you want. You see, we think of these cities as part of, well, one big neighborhood. Whoa, time's up on the meter. Gotta move the truck.
If you've switched long-distance companies recently, call us at 1-800-881-1500, extension 006. To make sure you're not paying long-distance rates just to talk to a neighbor. Check the local calling section in your phone book for all 25-cent routes in your area. Bell South. Nobody knows a neighbor like a neighbor.
A postcard from George to Bud. Mes amis, vous devriez venir. My friends, someday you must come to Beaujolais and see how beautiful it is. Collines ondulées, the rolling hills, stone houses, the colorful wildflowers, the warm, friendly people. Également le meilleur terroir. It's also the best place in the world to grow the Gamay grape. The secret of my Beaujolais. The taste of my Beaujolais is so easy to enjoy. It's as festive and friendly as the place it comes from. So until you can come see for yourself, enjoy a bit of Beaujolais right where you are. And if you like Merlot or Chardonnay, I invite you to try mine. En réalité, quel que soit le style de vin que vous préfériez, cherchez. In fact, whatever style of wine you like, just look for the label with the beautiful flowers and my name, George Dubois. And remember, I only sign the one I love. Yours truly, George Dubois. America's favorite French wine, imported by W.J. Deutsch & Sons Limited, Armand, New York.
Real Radio 104.1. Fast traffic.
That wreck at Jetport a little bit east of McCoy is gone. Woohoo! This report is brought to you by Tire Kingdom. However, there is a brush fire in the area of Kirkland and Raleigh, so there's lots of smoke and you can't see it. And I-4 eastbound still slow from Colonial to Lee Road with about a quarter mile back up through 434 and westbound busy from Colonial to the 408. From what the traffic copter can see, some people out there could use a new set of tires. Go to Tire Kingdom and get Michelin, Goodyear, and other great brand name tires for less. I'm Cody James on your only FM source for 24-hour traffic, Real Radio 104.1.
6 stands for news. It's what Channel 6 is. Want to know what's going on? Then tune to Channel 6, because in Central Florida, 6 stands for news.
Real Radio 104.1, we're about to buy Advanced Dental Care. Looking for a personal service and convinced in family dentistry. See the yellow pages for advanced dental care. Locations in Deltona of the office of the Dr. Michael Service. Tonight, 68. Tomorrow, 77. Right now, 78 at the airport. And we are Radio 104.1.
Radio. 104.1.
No problem, I understand. Your family. Have a couple of them.
They're good.
Damn. Thanks to Sobix for coming by for snack time. Had a meatball sub and a half of a deli sub.
You did? You
I'm
ate
not
another
finished.
1.5 subs?
My body's a furnace. It's a Bessemer furnace. I'm burning it up, baby.
Oh, don't tell me. You lost another 2 pounds.
2 pounds.
Every day.
454.
Mm-hmm.
How much do you weigh?
He weighs 454.
Oh.
On Real Radio.
How do you get in there?
Where?
a tight
room.
Oh. We squeeze in there.
Sideways.
We do our best. Hello, Eugene.
Hello, Mr. Phillips?
Yes, sir.
I wish to comment on the swastika.
Okay.
I don't want to disagree with my esteemed Hindu friends. I just want to
Set them straight.
supplement their information.
Okay.
Okay, if you go back in time from the Japanese to the Chinese through Buddhism to India.
Hold on just a minute. Why are we talking about this?
Oh, we're talking about this because we understand there was a Buddha in a window in downtown Orlando called Me Dong or My Dong or somebody's Dong.
The front of the store, Me Dong.
Oh, it was a Buddha, but somebody said it was a swastika. Now we find out that it's the mirror image of a swastika, and it's supposed to be peace and prosperity in your home, and it's from way, way back in China, some Indian, some symbol.
It's actually farther back than that. If you go back into Hinduism, before the Vedas were formed by the Hindus, to
Darth Vader? What's Vader?
no, the Vedas is their bank of literature.
Oh, okay. The Vedas. All right.
Okay, just
Learning something new. All right, the Vedas.
Okay. Well, anyway, so the Hindus were actually formed at Harappa, Mohenjo-daro, and Lothal when the Indus Valley people were taken over in 1500 BC.
Yeah.
I don't mean to bore you.
Well, you are. It's 4:55 on Real Radio, with all due respect.
That was a whole history
Come on.
semester. I heard it coming.
It's not that important, all right? If you want to see it for yourself, it's sitting around the neck of the Buddha down at Me Dong.
Yeah, my dong, I thought.
Yeah. Maybe your dong. I don't know. Not mine. Me Dong.
Not what I heard.
Down there,
You know.
little
Yeah.
Vietnam down there. Mills and Colonial. Johnny saw it.
Shimmy.
Anyway, well, thank you, sir. We appreciate the info. Talking about schools as well. Changing the name of schools. There's a campaign underway in various parts of the country to change the names of schools that were named after former slave owners. George Washington, Thomas Jefferson.
Right. There's plenty of Thomas Jefferson high schools and middles, not here, but all over the country.
Wheezy Jefferson. Robert E. Lee. We got one here, right in here in town. Robert E. Lee Middle School.
Stonewall Jackson Middle School.
I think their nickname is still the Rebels, as a matter of fact.
At Robert E. Lee?
I think so. Still the Rebels. We have Stonewall Jackson.
Jackson something.
And African Americans are standing up and say these people mean nothing to us, except the fact that they were slave owners, and why should our children pay any kind of respect to someone who enslaved our ancestors?
George Washington means nothing, but that's all. When you say George Washington, the only thing that comes to mind is slave owner.
If you're a black, what would George Washington mean to you if your ancestors were brought over here as slaves?
Father of our country.
That doesn't relate. Of their country.
Well, their country now. This is your country or our country either. But
all right, we'll scratch Washington. How about Robert E. Lee?
Could ride a horse. You could lead an army.
Well, not very well. He lost.
No,
came in second. That wasn't too bad.
Came in second.
Yes.
In a three-way fight. It's 4:50 on Real Radio. Oh, Jimmy.
Yo, Jim, what's up?
Not much.
Yeah, I don't think they should really waste their time changing those names.
Well, what difference does it make? Doesn't take a lot of time to change the name. Just takes, a gavel and a motion and boom, name change.
You change the marquee, 1, 2, 3. What's the big deal?
That girl said slavery wasn't, wrong back then. It is now,
Oh, well, that's a good reason to change the name.
But you're going to hold one thing. If this guy didn't lead us against the British, where would we be now?
Huh? Who?
George Washington.
Well, I don't know. Ask an African American how they feel about it.
Slavery.
Huh? Okay.
Whatever.
Moving right along. Yep. What else? That is.
Mr. was controversial.
How so?
Blind people are very insulted. It's not politically correct.
Been that way for several months.
A bumbling boob, and they're doing that story tonight on Brian Gumbel's show.
Oh, I thought he was going to deal with very serious topics.
Well, he's doing something about nuclear weapons, plant security or something, but he's also doing Mr. Magoo controversy from the National Federation for the Blind. They're all up in arms.
How do they know even anything about it? They can't see the cartoon.
They've heard about it.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, they don't even know what a cartoon is.
No.
Mm-mm.
Well, you see, it's an animation piece, and it's on television. What is that?
It's television.
Well, it's like your dreams.
Not my dream.
Now, you don't want to look at a blind person's dreams, because they just don't. Let's not even start that.
No. That was a topic, though.
For days and days.
It was great.
Wasn't that great?
Can't wait until they invent that machine that they just plug into your head, record your dreams.
I'm gonna go out of here screaming a minute. Don't say it.
About what?
I find it so amazing.
It's 4:59.
You put your head down, and then you wake up in the morning, and where did 9 hours go?
You have to go to another plane. It's just
yeah.
All right. It's 5 o'clock now. You sleep for 8 hours, okay? So think back 8 hours ago.
What was
that?
done.
9 o'clock? All the things you've done all day. How is that possible?
I can't.
Time is.
No.
Hey, did you know that two-headed coins are prohibited by the U.S. government?
Time is somehow compressed while we sleep. Most people, maybe not you, and maybe not you, and maybe not you, but most people, many times, awaken in the morning and say, "Where did the time go?
Where'd it go?
And I just fell asleep.
Where'd it go?
What happened to those 8? All right, never again. Okay, just trying to.
You're fascinated by this topic.
I am fascinated by that. Fascinated by that.
Go to a sleep research center.
I don't want to go to a sleep research. I can sleep. I know how to sleep. I fall asleep.
Not because you don't know how to sleep or you can't fall asleep, it's so you can see what is in the dreaming stage. What's what there?
They don't do any of that at the sleep
Yeah, they do.
center.
Yeah, they
No,
do.
no, just-
Yeah.
You got to sleep.
No.
Sleep apnea.
No, you can tell you're dreaming when you're not. You can tell
They'll wake
what
you
you're
up.
doing over the 8 or 9 hours. You'll be able to see
That's
what
not the
you're doing.
point. The point is the thing when you wake up in the morning and say, I don't get the, where did the time go?
Here we go.
It's 5:01 on Real Radio, 104.1. Hello, JR.
Hey, how you doing, Jim?
Okay.
Hey, I'd like to provide maybe a different perspective on this issue about the changing of the names of the schools.
Right.
I went to school up in Ohio. I went to Washington Carr High School, which
Right.
is named after a black scientist.
Yeah.
And the black high school of the area was named after Roosevelt. So that's kind of a twist on the issue. But how I see it is slavery. Back in 1868, 69, it was abolished. Why are we still talking about it in 1997?
Well,
Because it's still politically incorrect.
yeah.
Well, yeah, but the fact that somebody might be enslaved in America today, I don't think is really an issue that you need to waste time about. Do you?
Well, I think it depends on your perspective. If you're a white American, it doesn't mean anything at all. It just doesn't. You just don't relate
Let them
to
get
it.
over it.
Yeah, but if you're an African American, if you're a black American, I think you might have a little bit more say so in this.
Okay, but we have a statistic of 17 to 18% of the United States is black. And then we have another 19% that are others.
Yeah.
The rest are white Caucasians.
Others.
Give that about 50 more years.
Huh?
Well, that'll change in about 50 years. But what's the point? I don't understand the point.
Sure will. I'm sure in 50 more
Well,
probably any discussion against black.
Well, you state you're off the point. I don't get it.
No, I'm just talking about a North and South issue.
No, you're saying 18% of the population is black. So what?
Well, the question is, I believe that the blacks are the ones that have the issue against the name, correct?
Yes.
And they also have an issue against the North-South flag. I'm a Yankee. I'm from the...
Well, they have an issue about the Confederate battle flag being flown over the state capitol or being used by schools.
Right. Now, all this has...
That's a legit... Huh?
Why would a black young in, let's say, in elementary school or even in the grade schools, why would a young black child at this time have any type of disagreement against slavery? It's not an issue.
They don't have a disagreement against slavery. They have a disagreement against the name of the school. The school is named after a former slave owner. Why should a black kid in this country have to pay any kind of respect or pay any kind of attention to someone who enslaved their ancestors?
Yes, but we have to put that in the perspective of history. I mean, back then we were fighting a...
No, you put it into the perspective of today.
Okay, take today, Nixon. We have the Nixon libraries. We have many different things throughout the United States.
I got news for you. I mean, I got news for you. You know, if I had children and one of my children went to a school called the Richard Milhouse Nixon High School, I think I might launch a campaign to go to the school board and say, let's change the name. He is a bum and he is a crook and he was a disgrace to this country, and it's an outrage that our children are attending a school named after this bum.
Right. Now,
Well, yeah, right. 504 on Real Radio, 104.1. It's the Phillips File, a Tuesday edition. Let me tell you about Jerry Gwynn. Well, why don't you tell us about Culligan? Yeah, let me tell you about Culligan.
Okay.
Well, I'll Moira tell you about Culligan. Because I got to go to the other room so I can tell you about Jerry Gwynn.
Okay, excellent. If you've got schmutz in your water, I got news for you. And you have schmutz in your water. If you don't have Culligan, there are pieces, there's rust, there's chemicals, there's black minerals. Horrible. Tastes like crap. Anyway, it is bad for you, messes up everything it touches. But if you want softer skin, cleaner hair, cleaner clothes, and none of that gunk in the tub and shower, and of course you get fabulous tasting water, you must call the Culligan Waterman in Orlando. They'll beat any comparable offer, and there are 3 specials currently on the table. 1, you rent the home system for $3.50 a month. It's pennies a day. It's so fit. 2, you buy the system. No money down, no interest until next year, the whole schmear. But you have to call them up, 1-800-344-4050. You sign up now. Start enjoying the better tasting water immediately. Don't forget the 3rd offer, bottled water. You get 1 month free cooler rental and your first 15 gallons of Culligan water free. But you have to call them up, 1-800-344-4350. Culligan is the #1 name in water, the only name you should think of when you think of water treatment sales or service. Call now. Start enjoying clean, healthy water today. 1-800-344-4350 and say, hey, Culligan man! And if we want to find out what is going on in the real world, it's time to catch on the latest news. We understand on the line from Channel 6. Lisa Colagrassi telling us what's coming up, 5:30 and 6 o'clock.
Hey, Moira, what's up?
Hi, how are you?
Pretty good. Have you ever had surgery and they've prescribed you a painkiller?
I had my teeth removed.
Well, a lot of these painkillers, Lorcet, Lortab, Percocet,
Yes, that's what I had. Uh-huh.
Right. It's all a form of hydrocodone. That is highly, highly addictive, and coming up tonight at 11. We're profiling a couple that both after the woman had a car accident, he had back surgery. It's very easy to get hooked on these types of painkillers. We're going to show you some options so that doesn't happen and tell their story. I mean, their life really started crumbling when they were both taking, 20 and 30 of these pills a day. It was really intense, and we're going to tell you about some of the options that. There are some new painkillers out there are not as addictive, and those are probably your best bet.
Very cool. Well, thank you so much. I can't wait to watch that. It's all tonight on Channel 6 News. 6 stands for food. That's what they are.
Real Radio 104.1.
The emasculation station.
These kind of shows are senseless trash.
WTKS, Cocoa Beach, Orlando.
Tonight on NBC Nightly News, do you believe in miracles? Have you ever experienced a miracle in your life? The Catholic Church is certain this woman did.
Something happened that I absolutely did not expect. The pain, the swelling just left.
But do miracles really happen?
Einstein said there's only two ways to look at your life. Either everything's a miracle or nothing's a miracle.
An act of faith. Tonight on NBC Nightly News with Tom Brokaw.
Tonight at 6:30, only on West Channel 2. Money. You earn it, you spend it, you need it. But how much do you really know about how to use your money wisely? That's why News Channel 2 has a reporter who specializes in family money matters.
I'm consumer reporter Michelle Meredith. A sports utility vehicle could be your next car. They're the hottest selling on the market. So how does Consumer Reports magazine decide which ones are safest for your family? See you on the test track with the answer tonight at 5 on News Channel 2, where the news comes first.
Ladies and gentlemen, call Jim Phillips and you'll feel better. Maybe. 916-1041. Toll free. 888-978-8041.
Real Radio 104.1.
The air is filled with the scent of jasmine, the sweet sounds of the Orient echo across the land. Here, myth becomes reality. The Imperial Palace, coming soon to Biloxi, will tempt your palate with exotic tastes, scintillating Las Vegas-style entertainment, and the remarkable Imperial Palace Auto Collection. Immerse yourself in royal accommodations. Find Shangri-La in our world-class spa. Imperial Palace. All of its splendor will soon be yours. Call 800-634-6441. The Imperial Palace. Breathtaking in Biloxi.
There are nights when watching a television program takes precedence over everything else. When viewing isn't an option, it's a mission. This is one of those nights, because on Star Trek Voyager, Captain Janeway's enemies are everywhere.
When I do find Voyager, I will destroy it.
Even where she least expects them.
I do hereby relieve you of your active command, effective immediately.
Before I give up, Captain, you'll have to shoot me.
This is the Star Trek Voyager you've been waiting all week for, and the one everybody will be talking about. Then on the Sentinel, when America's most unique cop gets a very special birthday present.
Harold, Mexican Brown.
The party's just beginning.
Mayday, mayday. We are under attack from a heavily armed drug gang. Repeat, we under.
Join Kate Mulgrew and Jerry Ryan as they host a special night of all-new action on UPN. Star Trek Voyager, followed by the Sentinel.
2 hours of intense action beginning tonight at 8. Only on UPN 65. It's $1 million November.
Real Radio 104.1. Fast traffic.
Really ugly, nasty wreck on the westbound, about a quarter-mile west of Lakemont. The westbound lanes are there's a mile backup. Eastbound, the left lane blocked with a 2-mile backup. The cops are there. They're actually detouring traffic now. This report is brought to you by Bentley's Luggage and Gifts. The state is a parking lot. Shop the biggest savings and selections this holiday season at Bentley's. Samsonite's discontinued Ultralight 2 and Samsonite Silhouette 5 at the guaranteed lowest prices. Bentley's in major malls. I'm Cody James on your only FM source for 24-hour traffic. Real Radio 104.1.
This traffic report is brought to you by First Plus Financial. For home equity loans and debt consolidation, call First Plus Financial 875-1985. That's 875-1985.
Real Radio 104.1.
How you doing? 512 on Real Radio. Phillips Foul Wednesday, talking about my ghost. The ghost is back. Just when I thought I had him erased and out of there, he is back with a vengeance. He let the cat in today. But now that we don't have tape erasers, he is the cat.
I don't think so.
Make a long story short, here, all right, this morning getting ready, you know, the cleaning woman's coming over. So when I'm the cleaning, you know what you do. Anybody who asks a woman who cleans up after you clean up before she comes over because you don't want to embarrass yourself. You pick up your dirty underwear and, you know, just take care of that stuff. So I let the cat out the back door like I do every morning. And he's an old cat. He's 19 years old, so his form of exercise is walk the back door around the house to the front where he flops down. He either sits down and takes a load off and nothing as the traffic go by, or he looks through the door because there's a glass pane. And if he's looking through the door, I let him in. So I let him out the back door. It's a screen door. I latch the screen door. Watch him down the stairs to the back. I say, I'll check on him in about 10 minutes. I know where he'll be. He's not going to run off. He can't run anymore. He's too old. I take care of some business. And about 10 minutes later, 15 minutes later, I look towards the front door, and there he is. But he doesn't want to come in. He's not looking through the door into the inside of the house. He's watching the traffic. He's fine and doing. I'll check on him in a couple of minutes. I go upstairs. I put some stuff away. I come downstairs. He is in the house.
How'd he get in there?
Well, my first regret. Well, I said, how'd you get in here?
Oh.
And, of course, he answered you.
So I said, geez, I thought I latched the back door. Maybe he just came back around and came up the stairs and came through the door that maybe I forgot to latch. Door latched.
Uh-oh.
Front door locked. Ghost time.
Mm-hmm. You've lost your short-term memory.
What?
Yeah. Alzheimer's.
I have not.
And you didn't even think to check around to see if Eddie could be in the house. You just assumed it's a ghost.
Well, I didn't figure anybody would come in the house and latch the door, let the cat in at the same time.
They're very diabolical people that try and
So you're saying I may get home and there won't be anything left inside my house.
No, this
except maybe the cat.
Well, this sounds like the work of more of a madman than a thief.
Oh, wonderful. So he could be hiding in my bed.
More like that. More like a barrel cage syndrome.
I can do both barrels, locked and loaded. I'm walking in tonight.
Yeah, I'm surprised you didn't go straight for your gun. That shows the difference between how you and I think, because I would at first assume it was someone else. Somebody.
I didn't hear any noise. I would have heard somebody.
No. You're upstairs?
Oh, I was upstairs. I was downstairs. I mean, they would have had the... No.
I'd send somebody over there.
Send you over there. Order, hey. Hello.
Hey, yes.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Hey, you're talking about the sleep thing. A couple months ago, I was watching something on Discovery Channel, some cable channel. There's this guy in Russia that does not sleep.
What now?
There's a guy in Russia that does not sleep. He hasn't slept in years and years. No, it was documented. They had videos and monitored. They show he went to work, he lived a normal life, and he read books all night and had hobbies. My son was watching with me. I'm sure somebody else saw it. Some Russian guy who does not sleep.
So how does he recharge his batteries?
He doesn't take naps. I don't know. I just dropped my jaw. I couldn't.
Such a waste of time sleeping. I hate sleeping.
I know. Think of it.
It feels nice, but at the same time, it's a waste of time. It's 8 hours, 6, 7, 8 hours out of your day, or in Otto's case, maybe 11 or 12.
Oh, come.
When you're not accomplishing anything.
I know, they talk about like Thomas Edison or whoever used to take cat naps. He worked 24 hours a day, but this guy didn't even take a nap. So
there are people who I've known who they claim they 3-4 hours a night. That's all they needed.
Brian
Gumble is one.
Brian Gumble.
Yeah, he says so.
Well, that's not so for me, but this guy, it was amazing. I'm sure somebody else saw this.
All right, we'll check it out. Thank you.
Okay.
All right, sir. Maybe it was Lucretia Mott.
There's this guy that I know that didn't have sleep, but when he goes like at nighttime, he will read. Read. Like he will read a book in a night.
Right.
He never sleep. He just reads at nighttime.
You know someone who's never slept?
Well, I don't know. I saw on TV.
The same guy. Was he Russian?
No. The guy, what?
He's sleeping, buddy. He reads a couple pages, he dozes. He reads some more pages, he dozes.
He's just resting his eyes.
He reads a book at nighttime.
Oh, he could read fast. That doesn't mean he's not sleeping.
You think you'd be able to train yourself to get 4 hours of sleep?
Oh, jeez. I'm going to go berserk.
Because I don't think that you really need to sleep. You just need to relax.
I agree with you.
Like your body relax.
I agree with you.
You relax. Yes. But your mind never sleeps, actually, even when you're sleeping. Because you're having dreams. It doesn't stop.
Come on.
Well, it doesn't stop. You have to. Everybody has
I worry, and then I wake up. I start worrying. My mind is racing. I start thinking about something I've forgotten to do or whatever, and then I wake up.
Well, you see, it's not sleeping. That muscle
You didn't use those
doesn't
pills I gave you. Daddy's Little Helpers.
You hook me up with those. No one will hook me up. Otto won't give me any.
No,
you won't give me any.
I'm surprised you didn't, because when Otto takes him, he gets on his bicycle and, rams it into a building.
I need to go over his house once he takes them, and then I'll give him some
He tries to ride it upstairs, up the stairs, to a building, and then collides with the front door.
It's fun, though.
Because he's trying to make his, utility deposit at the lawyer's office. He's all goofed up, man.
It's 4 o'clock in the morning.
5:18 on Real Radio. Hello, Jeff. Go ahead.
Hi, Jim.
Hi.
Long-time listener, first-time caller.
Yes, sir. What's going on?
I got a question about the payphone increase. I went to use the payphone, and all of a sudden I got to have an extra dime.
Yeah, they've been talking about that. What has it got 35 cents now?
Yeah.
To make a phone call?
Yeah. They are now allowed to do them.
I mean, can you imagine being in the airport and trying to hold your tickets and use the payphone with an
Right.
extra dime fumbling around?
Some are going to raise it up to 50 cents now, too.
Great.
Yeah.
I just wondered about it.
Well, I think whatever the regulatory agency involved, I think they just said, hey, it's none of our business. Whatever you want to charge is your business, which is a rip.
Yeah, it's a pain in the butt.
Yeah, you got that right. 35 cents.
And
Wow.
what's it go for? I mean, do they need more money to operate the phones or
I guess.
phones?
Yeah, they got to satisfy the shareholders, one where you got to increase cost, increase profits, I guess. I suppose that's the way it works.
So how long has a phone call been a quarter?
For, shoot.
Ooh, a long
What,
time.
10 or 15 years?
I think
Not
longer than that.
I remember when it was a dime. That was a long time ago.
Do you remember when it was a
I'm
dime?
not, I'm not even that old.
Probably 15 years ago.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, so, I mean, they haven't really been jerking you. They went,
Well, you can figure it out mathematically. If you can figure out the rate of inflation. What's the rate of inflation? 3% a year?
now it is, but it's been higher.
Well, average it out. Let's say 3%.
5. It's easier to figure.
All right, 4%. Take the middle. You said 5, I said 3. We'll say 4.
Whatever. So what's your point?
All right, 20 years ago. If you can do this, you can do this.
Uh-huh. I'm with you.
I'll state the question. If 20 years ago a phone call from a payphone cost a dime,
Mm-hmm.
and the rate of inflation on an annual basis over 20 years has been 3% every year.
Well, that's wrong. You got to average it out. The rate of inflation.
Well, let's just pick a number. Well-
5 is easy for me to compute. Can we do 5? Thank you.
That's too high.
No, because some years it's been 8%, and some years
8% inflation? When was that?
With inflation now, that was back during Jerry Ford's
28?
day. We can do it. We're smart enough. You're smart enough.
Yeah, okay. I'm with you.
4%.
4%. Uh-huh.
All right. Phone call costs, pay phone call costs a dime 20 years ago.
Mhm.
20 years ago, every year for the past 20 years, the rate of inflation has been 4%. 4. If a pay phone call was to accurately reflect the rate of inflation, it would cost today what?
Mm.
You can't do it instantly like that.
Well,
I'm just stating the question.
All right, I'll
I'd
come
say-
up with something. I'll put the research department right on.
I bet you'd be over $1.
Oh, easy.
Say it's a deal, 35 cents. I think I'm playing.
I don't think it would be over $1.
Well, look, it went up 100 and something percent when it went from 10 to 25 cents. So they've already given us some jump. Now it's going from 10 to 35 cents. I mean, look at that. That's 300 and
No, it went
something.
from 10 to 25 to 35.
Well, okay. Well, what I'm saying is it's gone up from 10 cents. It's gone up 350 cents
Mm-hmm.
in 20 years. That's a lot.
I'm just trying to figure out on the rate of inflation over 20 years what a pay phone call should be today. It's 521. I mean, think of yourselves as a representative of the phone company.
It's gone up 17.5% every year.
What should a phone call, if it,
I think it's a lot to go up 17% every year.
you're not representing,
350%. It's going to 3, and I divide that by 20 years.
you are representing the phone
Give a crap
company.
about the phone company, big business, big brother. I'm not care about them. I'm
right.
telling you that nothing else has gone up 17% every single year for 20 years.
Otto, would you like to play along?
Sure.
You're a representative of the phone company.
Okay.
And it's your responsibility to go before the public and the Public Service Commission and defend the 25 to 35% increase. That's easy to do if you figure out the 4% annual rate of inflation. You say, ladies and gentlemen of the Public Service Commission, yes, we have raised the price pay phone call to 35 cents. But if we're to take into account the rate of inflation over the past 20 years, and
It's gone
adjust
up
that to a pay phone...
350% in the last 20 years. I'm Ralph Nader. If we're playing games, I'm Ralph Nader, and I think you're ripping us off, Mr. Phone Company Big Shot. Because it's gone from 10, not from 25 to 35, 10 cents. No big deal. No, it's gone up from 10 cents 20 years ago to now 35 cents. That is 350%.
Well, what would the response be? The response would be, well, we absorbed these costs for so many years, and we have just reached a point that the Acme phone company just cannot absorb those costs. And we feel bad about this as well, but we need to cover our costs. We need to satisfy the shareholders, and we're just going to have, we're still not above what the rate of inflation is. We are still holding the line underneath that price.
In order for us to provide you with a clear telephone line, fast and efficient service, we have had to reinstall brand new phone lines. We're no longer rotary here at the phone company. We are touch tone. We have fiber optic lines. We have satellites, and that is what we need. We needed to increase the cost of a phone call in order to compensate for the cost of this new equipment.
There you go. Hello, Todd. You're on Real Radio.
Yeah, I just wanted to let you know that 20 years ago, a call was 10 cents.
Yeah.
And it's 4% inflation for 20 years.
What would it cost today, then?
You're at 21.9 cents.
Not even a quarter.
Oh, really? That's all?
That's all.
Oh, never mind.
Yeah. We're getting the shaft.
Now we're getting the shaft, then.
Thank you. Thank you for doing the math for me.
Consumers unite.
Big ripoff. Oh, Ralph Nader.
Well, that's because that 4%.
Ralph Nader killed the Corvair. It was a great automobile.
People are getting killed in it.
That's baloney. That is a bunch of bunk. That has been debunked for years. The Corvair, terrific automobile.
Nope. Didn't your brother have a Corvair?
We had two of them. They were great. I only flipped it once. 524, and it wasn't because of the design. It's because of the way I was driving.
Oh, yeah.
Thank you. Darren. Video.
Hello.
Hi.
Hey, I bought your cat out through the back door, and then you took care of whatever, and you saw that he had gone around the house, went into the front, and then you suppressed the fact that you had let him in because you just do this however that it comes. It's just
It's time traveling.